This is Saturday night's main event. It is the first one of November because I moved the show around stupidly without thinking. And in a pool match, the Fearsome Men debut defeating, which includes Vader, Mankind and Undertaker, and they defeat Matt Ball and the British Bulldogs in 15-21 when the Undertaker defeat Davey Boy Smith by pin with the Tombstone. Vader Davies Monsters got great Paul Bearer to good work at ringside. Vader and Paul Bearer an awkward pairing. Right, okay, we'll take him off. Mankind is Davies Extremist, above average. The Undertaker, Deadman, great. Dunstall Baker and awkward pairing. Oh my god. Nice quality in the colour commentary the match with Boost. Dynamite Kid looked good out there. Paul Bearer obnoxious above average. Undertaker 22, Mankind 26, Vader 41, Matt Ball 45, Dynamite Kid 69, and David Boy 66. Undertaker performance. I'm going to have to sack Paul Bearer. In this save, it doesn't work. In a decent match, the Road Warriors defeat Team Awesome in 15-23 when Road Warrior Hawk defeated Mike Rotundo by pin for the Doomsday Device. The Road Warriors made defense number 2 of their World Tag Team titles. Mike Rotundo 45, Barry Windham 52, Road Hawk 75, Road Warrior Animal 67. Mike Rotundo in Rumble and Road Warrior Animal in Performance. 35,446 people. In a decent match, Sting defeated Greg Valentine in 15-24 by pinfall. Greg Valentine 65, Sting 47, no working with 62C. In about that great heat and good wrestling, Bob Orton Jr. defeated Bruce Beefcake in 14-43 by pin with a suplex. Bruce Beefcake 65, Bob Orton Jr. 75, no working with 74B-. In a battle at Terrible Wrestling non-existent crowd heat, Steve Regal defeated Shane Douglas in 15-15 by pinfall. Shane Douglas 28, Regal 36. Shane Douglas improving technical 36B-. In a terrible match, Layla Kay, Luna Von Erich, Matilda the Hun and Monster Ripper defeated Susan Starr, Linda Donis, Judy Martin and Americana in 15-30 when the Monster Ripper defeated Americana by pin with a big splash. Americana was leading to the performance. Americana All-American average, Lena Kay, Dave Big got better gimmick. Luna Von Erich Psycho below average, Matilda Hun female, Monster very good. Monster Ripper female, Monster average, Gorilla Monster and Bobby Heenan. Americana 13, Judy Martin 46, Linda Dallas 23, Judy Starr 36. Monster Ripper 27, Matilda Hun 27, Luna Von 31, and Lily Kai 48. Americana improved in forms of 39D. In a superb match, Terry Funk defeated Harley Race in 14-32 by pin with a pile driver. Harley Race getting based gimmick, Terry Funk seeing off his game. Harley Race 77, Terry Funk 67. Harley Race in performance 77B. In a decent match, the Killer Bees defeated the Hart Foundation in 15-21 when Brian Blair defeated Jim Nadine Hart by pin for the Bee Stinger. Jim Bazil 53, Brian Blair 48, Jim Nadine Hart 64, Bret Hart 75, Brian Blair in Rumble and Technical, nice. 67C plus. And yes, how long does this already took? Oh, it took us 3 minutes to get this far. Awesome. In a pool match, the Fantastics defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 14-58 when Tommy Rogers defeated Ricky Morton by pin with a rocket launcher. Tommy Rogers 40, Bobby Fielden 42, Robert Gibson 49, Ricky Morton 50. No work comparison. This is so much different to MPW and WF 1994, which is what I've been doing all day. Start the Raw episodes today. Still the same day as I recorded them, so yay. In a good match, Ted DiBiase defeated Adrian Adonis in 15-03 by pinfall, 74B-. Ted DiBiase 65, Adrian Adonis 75. Ted DiBiase in performance. Not bad, I'm continuing the Ted DiBiase push. 74B-, ready for WrestleMania 3. In a decent match, Kurt Hennig defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 14-51 by pin with a Hennig-plex. Kurt Hennig 49, Sergeant Slaughter 70. Kurt Hennig debuted his Egomaniac average on Force average. He's meant to be named Sergeant Slaughter's improved performance. He's meant to be named Mr. Perfect. What to do? I'll do that for the next episode. In a poor match, the Rockers defeated Young Stallions in 15-24 and Shawn Michaels defeated Jim Powers by pin with a Rocker Shocker. Jim Powers 40, Paul Ramon 37, Mike Giannetti 44, Shawn Michaels 42. No work improvements. 45D. In a poor match, Velvet McIntyre defeated Medusa Michelle we'll just call her Medusa in 1931 by pin with a McIntyre roll, which makes events number 2 of the women's title. Medusa 26, Velvet 54. Not bad. In a battle that had unbelievable heat and superb wrestling, Andre the Giant defeated Roddy Piper in 15-27 by pin for the body slam following botched interference by Paul Orndorff. Roddy Piper 96, Andre the Giant 84. Andre the Giant improving in performance. In an exceptional match, Ricky Steamboat defeated Randy Savage in 14-47 by pin with a flying karate chop. Ricky Steamboat 88, Randy Savage 87. No work improvements. Of course, this is a rivalry ongoing. So I have had to look at what we got for WrestleMania already. basically all the storylines we've got going on at the moment are going to be playing out at WrestleMania 2, 84B, 82B. In the battle of Fantastic and Great Wrestling, Tito Santana defeated Junkyard Dog in 1509 by pinfall. He makes defense number 5 of his Intercontinental title. Junkyard Dog Sony 5, Tito Santana Sony 1, no working for 78B. Tito Santana celebrating his victory when Greg Valentine runs in and beats him up because we've got to keep these storylines going. And then the main event is shown the 4 horsemen have arrived. As Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Ollie Anderson, and Arn Anderson are shown arriving to promote the 4 horsemen. Of course, in this decade, you know, Arn Anderson, Ollie Anderson, and Tully Blanchard are not as big as some of the stars we have in this company because, you know, the what's it called? Boundaries, the territories are still happening. We're starting to break them down as the company gets bigger. But in a superb match, the 4 horsemen, Ric Flair, Ollie Anderson, and Arn Anderson and Ollie Anderson and Tully Blanchard defeat Billy Graham, Jake Roberts, Paul Orndorff, and Hulk Hogan in 30 minutes 16 when Ric Flair defeated Paul Orndorff by submission. Ollie Anderson was a weakness regardless in the ring performance. Paul Orndorff did good work at ringside. Jimmy Hart did good work at ringside. Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart has a serious chemistry with them to fire him. Arn Anderson debuts in force were very good. Badass very good. Ollie Anderson seemed like his game. Badass great. Call it Gorilla Monsoon and Pervian. Hulk Hogan 87. Paul Orndorff 77. Jake Roberts 86. Billy Graham 76. Tully Blanchard 59. Ollie Anderson 47. Arn Anderson 61. Ric Flair 83. Hulk Hogan improved in technical. And that is the end of the show. Yeah, we know that. We have meant to get rid of him and I forgot. An 82B, not bad, and it continues to increase our popularity, which is good. Hogan, I'm going to give it to Hogan, I'm going to give it to Rick as well. I'm also going to go and give it to Tito, because Tito did quite well, to be honest, for, you know, his title defense. We'll see if the WF Superstars, I think that's going to be this coming Thursday night, pre-taped, ready for Friday. So we'll see you on Thursday night for Superstars. Thanks for watching. 18,000 people have packed out to the venue tonight for you to enjoy WWF Superstars of Wrestling. 18,690 at the HSBC Arena. And in the pre-show bout, good wrestling, a decent match card. Ted DiBiase defeated Greg Valentine in 7:43 by pinfall distraction from Tito Santana. Ted DiBiase 67, Greg Valentine 66. No working with 70C+. In the pre-show bout, they had decent wrestling. The Dynamite Heat, the Rockers defeated Team Awesome in 7:32, and Shawn Michaels defeated Barry Windham by pinfall with a Rocker Shocker. Mike Rotundo 50, Barry Windham 57, Marty Jannetty 46, Shawn Michaels 49. Shawn Michaels in technical, Barry Windham in performance. Nice. I have changed the company policy, so wrestlers should be doing a little better now. In a decent pre-show match, Sergeant Slaughter defeated Steven Regal in 7:40 by pinfall the Gutbuster. Sergeant Slaughter 68, Regal 44. No working with 63C. In a pre-show bout, decent wrestling but little heat, Sting defeated Shane Douglas in 8:27 by pinfall the Stinger Splash. Shane Douglas 38, Sting 56, Sting improving in technical, 54C-. A 95 A-star opening angle, and Hogan's in the back and he goes, I have a problem, Mean Gene. The WWF is a war zone, and Ric Flair started it. He comes in and challenges me for a match at WrestleMania. Yeah, let's do it. Then he brings on these 4 horsemen friends, and it's time for a fight, Flair, and it's going to happen tonight. The rematch of what happened on Saturday night's main event, and this time we are in, and we'll be better than you any day of the week, brother. Hulk Hogan worked well with his freedom to improvise his advantage, and asked quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Hulk Hogan was a real star. The World Rated Storylines fancied this. Mean Gene Oakland's improving better performance, a 95 A-star. Beautiful angle from Hogan. And then about that decent wrestling, have much heat. The Monsters defeated Killer Bees in 6:51 when Undertaker defeated Brian Blair by pinfall to Tombstone. Undertaker's weakness, Tricky House performance. Jim Brazil 60, Brian Blair 55, Vader 57, Undertaker 40. No working with 59C. Am I on? Yeah, I'm on charge. Good. In about that good heat and good wrestling, Tito Santana defeated Brutus Beefcake in 7:46 by pinfall. Brutus Beefcake 62, Santana 74. 74B-. Nice. And of course, after the match, as per usual, Greg Valentine comes in and beats him up after the match. That will be answered later. In about that subpar wrestling, a little heat. Monster Ripper, Matilda the Hun, Medusa, Lily Kai, and Americana defeated Velvet, Judy, Linda Dallas, Susan Starr, and Susie Spirit in 7:42, and Matilda the Hun defeated Susie Spirit by pin for the Big Splash. Susie Spirit was a weak link. She's debuted her cheerleaders, got average. Americana 26, Leo Kai 55, Medusa 44, Matilda Hun 38, Monster Ripper 45, Susie Spirit 16, Susan Starr 39, Linda Dallas 35, Judy Martin 49, and Velvet McIntyre 54. Judy Martin in performance and Matilda Hun in performance. I need to sign another couple of women. 47D. A couple more women. Let me see Greg Nabanias. Why do I keep attacking him? Why do you think he's a loser and a stupid champion? He's not a good champion at all. I should be the champion. And I have to sit here and wait for 4 months for my title shot. It's not fair. So I'm going to make sure he wins. He wins. Make sure he wins. He don't lose the belt. And if he wins, I will attack him to remind him that I'm coming for his title. So basically, I fricked up the promo because I'm not very good at writing. Greg Valentine's basically saying at this point he's going, well, if he nearly loses the match, I'm going to go out there and attack his opponent to help him win. And if he wins, I'm going to go out there and attack him to make sure he knows I'm on his back and I'm coming for that title. In about Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Mankind defeated Matt Bourne in 6:54 by pin for the double arm DDT. Matt Bourne 47, Mankind 42. Matt Bourne in performance. An 80B for Randy Savage. And Randy goes, I've had it. Every time I meet you, I lose in the ring. And why does he keep beating me? It's not fair. I will win. I will pull him. I'll beat him. I'm going to destroy every bone in his body. And I'm going to win that match. And I had it with losing. Oh, yeah. So, he's got this, maniac gimmick. So I'm trying to turn him. He's just every time he loses, he's getting more and more out of it. He's getting more and more estranged. In about that decent wrestling, 11 Cheat Young Stallions defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 8:06 when Jim Powers defeated Ricky Morton by pin with a running power slam. Jim Powers 43, Paul Ramone 39, Robert Gibson 52, Ricky Morton 55. No work on his 53 C-. This is a WWF poster, by the way. In an exceptional match, Andre the Giant defeated Jake Roberts in 8:24 by pin with the body slam. Jake Roberts 89, Andre the Giant with 79. Andre the Giant in performance. So yeah, it's now rated between their popularity and their in-ring work. So of course some wrestlers will lose, but some wrestlers will do thing. Paul Orndorff's pretty weak in that table, but that's fine. And then after the match, he gets up off the table and attacks Andre the Giant. But Andre the Giant turns around and just beats him and should have him. In about that decent, good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, Junkyard Dog defeated Junkyard Dog and the British Bulldogs. Makes sense. The Bulldogs. Defeated Kurt Hennig and the Hart Foundation at 7:49. Dave Boy Swift defeated Kurt Hennig by pin the running power slam. Junkyard Dog 69, Dynamite Kid 71, Dave Boy 68, Jim Nadine 60, Bret Hart 71 and Kurt Hennig 61. Bret Hart in Rumble and Dave Boy in performance at 74B-. A music video showing to promote Ted DiBiase. In an exceptional match, Ricky Steamboat, Adrian Adonis and Harley Race defeat Terry Funk, Bob Orton Jr. and Randy Savage in 7:51 where Adrian Adonis defeat Terry Funk by pin with the Adorable Dog. Randy Savage 91, Bob Orton 79, Terry Funk 73, Harley Race 78, Adrian Adonis 76 and Ricky Steamboat 92. Harley Race improved in performance. Nice. I know I'm not doing WrestleMania over the course of 3 cities. WrestleMania 2 or 3 or any ones because I don't think I can do that in the game. In a decent match, Road Warriors defeat the Fantastic Snake 2 and Road Warrior Animal defeat Tommy Rogers by pin with the Doomsday Device. They make defense number 6 of their tag team titles. Tommy Rogers 45, Bobby Filton 48, Road Warrior Hawk 81, Road Warrior Animal 70, and Road Warrior Animal is improved in flying and performance. It's only 4B-. Nice. And our main event of the night, of course, that's a hype video. Yes, an 80B. In a bout that fantastic and great wrestling, Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff, Billy Graham and Hulk Hogan defeated the Four Horsemen, of course, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Trudy Blanchard and Ollie Anderson in 2009 when Paul Orndorff defeated Ollie Anderson by pinfall with a power drive. Ollie Anderson's weak link. That's fine. Hogan 87, Billy Graham 69, Paul Orndorff 77, Roddy Piper 97, Ollie Anderson 49, Trudy Blanchard 68, Arn Anderson 67, Ric Flair 88. No work improvements in 80B. We're going to end the show there. Right, call Ollie Anderson, so the botch. 79B increased our popularity in 23 regions, my friends. There you go, that's the first WWF Superstars. We'll see you next week for WWF Superstars. Then we've got, I think we've got Madison Square Gardens live, and then we've got the Super Show at the end of the month. So we'll see you next week for another edition of WWF Superstars. Live taped. Live? No, not live. Taped on a Wednesday night. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. Welcome back. This just started last night, now finished. So this is the first portion of the show. You'll see the first. They never put the pre-show until after I put the main card. So this gets put the pre-show and the pre-show. You always get put last of all. But Jim Nadine Hart 77, Bret Hart 77, Jim Nadine Hart 70, Bret Hart 77, Jim Powers 39, Paul Ramona 34. No occurrence. 30,800 people at the Edwin W. Paulie Pavilion. We're not in the Tri-States tonight. We turned the World Wrestling Federation to a different next part of the country. In a pre-show above, I had non-existent crowd heat. Regal defeated Chris Benoit in 7:59 by penalty Expo to suplex. Regal 38, Benoit 43. No work appearance. He's debuted his Rabid Wolverine gimmick. He's got a showing of average. These don't click. Might remember that. Don't do that again. In a decent pre-show match, Matt Bourne, Sergeant Slaughter, and Owen Hart defeated the Four Horsemen, Blanchard, Ollie Anderson, and on May 17 when Matt defeated Ollie Anderson by pinning the Northern Explosion. On 67, Ollie 56, Trudy 66. Owen 55, Sergeant Slaughter 61, Matt Bourne 50. No workers. We can now pretend that they're unbeaten on the main show, even though most of the fans who watch this show will know they're not. In a pre-show bad, decent wrestling without much heat, Luna, Medusa, Lillian, Kai, and Americana defeated Judy, Linda Dallas, Matilda on the Monster Whipper, when Luna Vonk defeated Linda Dallas by Luna Eclipse, Linda Dallas for Weak Link. Americana 45, Lily Kai 50, Luna Vonk 46, Medusa 48, Monster Ripper 50, Matilda 157, Linda 35, Judy Martin 50, Matilda 100 Improved Rumble. That's a better women's match. That is the sort of women's wrestling we need. Well done, girls. 53 C-. Beautifully done. In a feature about decent wrestling, the Rock and Roll Express defeat the Killer Bees in 8-7, Ricky Morton defeat Jim Bunzel by pin with a double drop kick. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan good at corn commentary, as we know. Jim Bunzel 57, Brian Bayer 52, Robert Gibson 53, Ricky Morton 54. Robert Gibson improved in performance and Jim Bazil in performance at 61C. And then a good pre-show match, Junkyard Dog defeated Adrian Adonis in 7:32 by pinfall. Adrian Adonis 59, Junkyard Dog 62. No work improvement, 71C+. 91A from Ric Flair in the back. The house quality in the colour commentary get a match a boost, whatever it's storylines fantasy segment. So Mean Gene, I get fired. I get fined for putting the NWA belt in the trash and refusing to give it back. But so what? You can't find me. Woo! You see this? I've got my good friends here in the WWF, and we are here to take over. The Four Horsemen are one, and if not, the best group of men on this here roster. And you know something, Mean Gene? Tonight I get to face Roddy Piper. Put him in front of me, I'm going to knock him down. Woo, woo, woo! I understand learn to show my charisma, Mean Gene, improving acting and developing better performance skills. 91A, beautifully done. In a good match, Ted DiBiase defeated Bruce Beefcake in 7:58 by pinfall. Bruce Beefcake 64, Ted DiBiase 77. 2 minutes until the TNA review goes up for the 19th. 13th for the 9th. Bruce Beefcake improved technical 76B-, well away to open up. In a very good wrestling in D-side, the crowd cut Henning, Greg Valentine defeated Tito Santana and Bob Orton Jr. in 8-10 when Greg Valentine defeated Bob Orton Jr. by pinfall. Valentine 69, Kurt Hennig 70, Bob Orton Jr. 70, Tito Santana 72. No work improvements. Let's get that match booked because I'm going to be doing that at WrestleMania. It's not a storyline, it's just going to be where is WrestleMania? Thank you. Yeah, who was it? Who tagged? Bob Orton Jr. That was it. I'm just making sure I get it right. So yeah, Bob Orton Jr. I wanted to be booked against someone decent, so I've booked him up against whoever the frick. I cannot remember you. Why am I not remembering this stuff? Kurt Hennig, thank you, Mr. Perfect, which will be named after this week. So yeah, Bob Orton Jr. versus Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Thank you. There we go. That's going to be happening at WrestleMania as well. 73B-. Lovely little match. The Undertaker, Vader, and Mankind attack Sergeant Slaughter backstage and leave him down and out. Hence why Sergeant Slaughter was on the pre-show. I hope. If I got it right. Next match. In about that decent wrestling over sheet, the Fearsome Men, Undertaker, Vader, and Mankind defeat Sting and the Rockers. In 7:36, where Mankind defeated Sting by pin with a double arm DDT. Sting 52, Mighty Genetic 49, Michaels 51, Mankind 53, Vader 59, Taker 44, Mankind in performance and Taker in techno. 57 C-, not bad. Oh, we've got Billy Graham, Superstar Billy Graham back, and he goes, yes, I know, I have tagged with him. But when they are your enemy, you'll make your enemies your friend. When there's invaders, you'll make your enemy your friend. Roddy Piper, just because of that, don't mean I like you. In fact, I hate you as much as these fans do. And when I meet you at WrestleMania 2, I'm going to kick your ass and I'm going to make this show bigger and better than the first. Beautifully done. So the 13th of the 8th, 18 Impact Wrestling Review, which is very short, is uploaded now. And very shortly after I've done this, I will be uploading the first TW video to hit my channel in about a couple of weeks. Andre the Giant and Paul Orndorff had a heated conversation and eventually come to blows. Yeah, but they get split up before it gets any worse. In a pool match, Velvet McIntyre defeats Susie Starr in 8:27 by pin the McIntyre roll. She's now made defense number 3 of her women's title. Susan Starr 40, Velvet McIntyre 51. Susan Starr improving her performance. She's obviously passed away, bless her, but I'm just going to quickly get that set up so I can have because I know I've looked into most of the women on my women's roster who I've signed, and I know where they are now and what they did after Glow and stuff, but I don't know I haven't really looked into her. She's retired, Irish American. She isn't. Oh no, she isn't dead. Mr. Common Mr. She's a little professional. So she's got 2 children. How old is she now then? She's only 55 years old. All right. After leaving WWF, McIntyre continued wrestling for others. She also had the personalised comment that she's believed to do. So she's still alive. Most of the women I've got on the roster are still alive, but I'm not going to worry about that. Susan Starr 40, Velvet McIntyre 51, and Susan Starr improving her performance. Nice at 50D plus. I have hired one more woman who will be joining us next week. In above that, decent wrestling, but damn much heat. Team Olsen defeated the Fantastics in 8:04 when Mike Rotundo defeated Tommy Rogers by pin for the Flying Lariat. Mike Rotundo 52, Barry Windham 64, Tommy Rogers 50, Bobby Fulton 47. No work improvements. Barry Windham carried the match to the ring performance. I agree with that. 61C, not bad. And then we see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the back with Mean Gene. He goes, "You see this, me? You see this man, Savage? He's creeping into madness. He's losing it because he cannot beat me. You see, Savage, you could beat me. It's just you're not as good as me. You see, you get distracted by Miss Elizabeth and I get the pin. So in 4 months in our big match, I'll beat you again." 78B. I am building towards WrestleMania. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Jake Roberts in 13:19 by pin with the Axe Bomber. Hogan makes defense number 6 of his WWF World title. Jake Roberts 81. Hogan 100. Hulk Hogan through the Rumble. So just because I made it a call in the ring, Hogan got a 100 rating. Let's hope we see that in the main event, shall we? Music video shown to promote Todd DLC. I'm trying to get his popularity and he's up. In a battle had great heat and good heat, great wrestling and good heat. The Road Warriors defeated the Bulldogs in 7:39 when Road Warrior Hawk defeated Dave Boy Smith by pin on the Doomsday Device. Road Adams witness took out his performance. Dynamite Kid 82, David Boy 76, Road Warrior Hawk 77, Animal 67, Dynamite Kid improved performance 76B minus. In an exceptional match, Randy Savage and Paul Orndorff defeated Andre the Giant and Ricky Steamboat, and Paul Orndorff defeated Ricky Steamboat by apologize. He is the weakness took out the performance. Ricky Steamboat 89, Andre the Giant 98, Paul Orndorff Sony 3, Randy Savage 88. So there's no complaints about it being called in the ring. Savage, I'm going to be making it for all the see Paul Orndorff be the victor, which to lose a pinfall, the match will be called in the ring. Any of the main event matches are going to be called in the ring now. So Ric Flair versus Roddy Piper, 83B plus. In an exceptional match, Ric Flair defeated Roddy Piper in 1954 by pinfall. Ric Flair's getting raised gimmick. Roddy Piper 87, Ric Flair 90-100. 1954 minutes and 83B. And then after the match, Hogan comes out and beats him up to the excitement of fans. Then in the post-show battle, we had Fantasy in good wrestling. Harley Race defeated Billy Graham in 14:59 by pin of the pile driver. Billy Graham 65, Harley Race 71. Match because there's not enough selling on the show. Harley Race improved performance of 54C minus. That's where we end the show. So I will do it in the majority of the main event, so I know we can, have good psychology. I'll call it in the ring because I think that was a better rating. 81B, 24 regions. We'll see you live for Madison Square Garden show this coming Sunday night when Randy Savage will be taking on Randy Savage will be taking on Ric Flair, and in the main event, in the semi-main, Hulk Hogan will be defending his WWF Championship as well. We'll see you at Madison Square Gardens coming up soon. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to WWF at Madison Square Gardens in front of 20,000 people in a battle of decent, great wrestling and decent match crowd. Road Warrior Animal defeats the Heart Foundation in 15:02. When Road Warrior Animal defeated Jim Nadine by pin with the Doomsday Device. They make defense number 4 of their tag team titles. Jim Nadine are 69, Bret Hart 75. Road Warrior Hawk 83, Road Warrior Animal 83. Animal improved performance. This match was a call it in the ring, so quite good for them at 81B. In about a good, decent wrestling over cheat, Matilda Hun defeated Velvet McIntyre in 15:17 by pin with Big Splash. She's now your women's champion. Matilda Hun 42, Velvet McIntyre 60. No work improvements. But yeah, so the rematch for Velvet McIntyre and her, after losing the bout at Madison Square Gardens this month, her rematch will happen at WrestleMania. The grandest stage of them all, Velvet McIntyre will get her rematch against Matilda Hun for that title So she's got a few months, a rocky road ahead until March. 59C, not bad at all. In about that decent wrestling, have much heat. The 4 horsemen, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Ollie Anderson defeat the fearsome men, Mankind, Vader, Undertaker, Vader. In 1506, when Arn Anderson defeated Mankind by pinfall. Ollie Anderson 52, Truly Blanchard 66, Arn Anderson 67, Vader 59, The Undertaker 47, and Mankind 49. Mankind improved in technical. Nice little match. In about that decent wrestling, have much heat. The Killer Bees defeat Steven Regal, Shane Douglas. In 1530, when Brian Blair defeats Shane Douglas by pinfall the Bee Stinger. Jim Brazil 61, Brian Blair 56, Shane Douglas 42, Steven Regal 42. Shane Douglas improved in performance and Steven Regal in performance. Shane Douglas, you might be coming to the roster permanently. In a decent match, the Fantastics and the British Bulldogs defeated the Awesome and the Rock and Roll Express in 1439, and Dave Boy defeated Ricky Morton by pinfall the running Power Slam. Dynamite Kid 72, Dave Boy 71. Tommy Rogers 46, Bobby Filton 42, Robert Gibson 51, Ricky Morton 52, Mike Rotundo 53, and Barry Windham 60. Robert Gibson in performance, Dave Boy in performance, Bobby Filton in performance, and Tommy Rogers in performance, a 63C. I might just turn this entire show into Call It in the Ring. In an exceptional match, Paul Orndorff defeated Jake Roberts in 1528 by pinfall the Power Driver. During the match, we had Andre the Giant run in and attack Mr. Wonderful. Jake Roberts 86, Paul Orndorff 78. No work on Rose in 81B. That was a Call It in the Ring. In the Bad Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. Medusa, Susie, Americana, and Leela defeated Susan Starr, Monster Ripper, and Luna. And Judy Martin in 9:30 when Medusa defeated Luna by pinfall the German suplex. Judy Martin 54, Luna 42, Monster Ripper 46, Susan Starr 39. Lila 54, Americana 31, Susie Spirit 22, and Medusa 47. Monster Ripper in performance, Judy in technical, Susie Spirit in Rumble and performance, a 49D+. Nice to see him improving. In a good match, Silent Slaughter, Terry Funk and Adrian Donis defeated Junkyard Dog, Ted DiBiase and Kurt Hennig in 15:15 when Slaughter defeated Ted DiBiase. Adrian Donis 73, Terry Funk 68, Silent Slaughter 66, Kurt Hennig 61, Ted DiBiase 71 and Junkyard Dog 74. Terry Funk is improved in performance, a 73B-. In about that decent wrestling, but little heat, Owen Hart and Chris Benoit defeat Sting and Greg Valentine in 14:46 when Owen Hart defeated Greg Valentine by pinfall, following interference from Chito Santana. Chris Benoit 51, Owen Hart 52, Greg Valentine 70, Sting 56. No working minutes 55C. In about that decent wrestling average heat, Young Stallions defeated the Rockers in 14:37 when Paul Ramone defeated Mighty Jannetty by pinfall the double drop kick. Jim Powers 44, Paul Ramone 42, Mighty Jannetty 50, Shawn Michaels 57. No working minutes of 54C-. In a decent match, Tito Santana defeated Matt Bourne in 10:50 by pinfall. Tito Santana makes defense number 6 of the Intercontinental title. Matt Bourne 42, Tito Santana 69. No working minutes 63C. In about that fantastic and great wrestling, Harley Race defeated Billy Graham in 14:54 by pinfall the Power Driver. Billy Graham 67, Harley Race 76. No Harley Race improved in performance, a 70C+. In about that good wrestling and great heat and good wrestling, Bob Orton Jr. defeated Bruce Beefcake in 15:27 by pinfall the suplex. Bruce Beefcake 55, Orton Jr. 77. No work of Bruce 72B-. In an exceptional match, Ricky Steamboat defeated Roddy Piper in 22:29 by pinfall the Flying Karate Chop. Ricky Steamboat 91, Roddy Piper 91. No work of Bruce 81B. In above that sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Ric Flair defeated Randy Savage in 24:42 by submission. Randy Savage 90, Flair 100. No. Yeah, anyway. We might just not call him in the ring then, because that's 79B, it didn't do that well. And the music video plays an 86B+. In an unbelievable match, Hulk Hogan defeated Andre the Giant in 34 minutes 47 by a pin for the Axe Bomber. Hulk Hogan makes defense number 7 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Andre the Giant 94, Hulk Hogan 100. No work improvements. 86B, that's how you end the night. An 85B+. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff there from these guys. I'm going to go to these. Andre the Giant and there. So, gentlemen, I will see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again for WWF Superstars of Wrestling this coming Wednesday night. Thanks for watching. As I continue to take over the world with WWF Superstars of Wrestling, We're keeping all the big shows in the tri-state area so we get a bigger crowd. We've got 10,000 people at the Janey Stadium tonight. And in the pre-show bad subpar wrestling, a little heat, Brittany Brown, Lily Kay, Susan Spirit, and Luna Von defeated Matilda Hun, Monster Ripper, Susan Starr, and Falcon McIntyre, and Sophia, and Luna Funk defeated Monster Ripper by pinfall the Lunar Eclipse. Luna Funk 48, Susan Spirit 27, Lily Kay 51, Brittany Brown 37, Falcon McIntyre 46, Susan Starr 39, Monster Ripper 50, and Matilda Hun 45, Susan Spirit very proven in Rumble. And which is our next show in November, Supercard. Because of that finish, Luna will get a shot against Matilda Hun at the pay-per-view. Oh no, she don't need to because she'd actually beat Monster Ripper, not the... She didn't pin the world champion, I thought she did. Right, okay then, thank God. Let's turn out 50D plus, not bad. In a picture about decent wrestling, number 2, the Fantastics defeat the Killer Bees, win 7-7, Tommy Rogers defeat Jim Brazil by pinfall the Tom Tamzaki. Tommy Rogers 53, Bobby Fulton 48, Jim Brazil 59, Brian Blair 51. Tommy Rogers improving in performance at 59C. In a decent pre-show match, Chris Benoit defeated Trudy Blanchard in 7:57 by pinfall the Dragon Suplex. Benoit 48, Blanchard 74. No, we're coming 69C plus. In a pre-show about good wrestling and a decent match card, Owen Hart defeated Ollie Anderson in 8:12 by pinfall. Ollie Anderson 72, Owen Hart 59. I'm going to have to pay both of them off at the end of the night. In a decent pre-show match, the Rockers defeat the Hart Foundation 808 with Shawn Michaels defeat Bret Hart by pinfall the Rocker Shocker. So there's a ring work, Bret Hart was head and shoulders above everyone else. Mighty Jannetty 48, Shawn Michaels 52, Jim Nadine out 69, Bret Hart out there with an 82. So Bret Hart is the one who was able to make this match work with calling the match. In the ring, Bret Hart is improving in performance, 74B minus, not bad at all. In a pre-show about a decent wrestling with cheat, Greg Valentine, Matt Bourne, and Sergeant Sword defeat Al Snow, Steve Regal, and Mankind in 8:11 when Sergeant Sword defeat Al Snow by pinfall the Gutbuster. Just gonna have a look and see if this was called in the ring as well, because I swear I changed this. No, this was to be called in the ring. Nice. Mankind 50, Steven Regal 40, Al Snow 27, Sergeant Slaughter 63, Matt Bourne 52, and Greg Valentine 69. Mankind improved in Rumble. And Al Snow had a problem. 95 A star. Hulk Hogan back and he goes, "Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I heard what Ric Flair was saying on commentary last night, and I'm not happy. With WrestleMania being moved, it means I've got a little more of a weight. But when I put this on the line, because I'm never going to lose it, I'm going to show you why these fans cheer me. They're not blind. They like their hero. And tonight, I'm going to show them that when I take on Randy Savage into tonight's main event." Hulk Hogan clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script. The announced quality in the colour commentary match. Performance Hulk Hogan was good. Me and Gino improved in acting. The WWF, whatever it's all around. There's a lot of new stuff going to be happening tonight as well. In a decent match, the Monsters defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 8:26 when Vader defeated Robert Gibson by pinfall the Powerbomb. Undertaker's weakness should have chaos in performance. Match showing the pinfall. Match pre-scripted, that's good. Vader 57, The Undertaker 46, Ricky Morton 72, Robert Gibson 72, Ricky Morton 71, The Undertaker in Rumble and Vader in Techno 70C+. In a superb match, Tito Santana defeated Arn Anderson 804 by pinfall. He makes defense number 7 of his Intercontinental Championship. It's Arn Anderson 72, Tito 74, Tito improved in Rumble. I remember. See, this is also to be called in the ring. So a lot of the matches now are called in the ring. There's only a few where I've gone, no, that ain't going to work. Then Greg Valentine grabs hold of the commentator's mic and he stands on the announcer and he goes, "I'm going to do something different here tonight. I'm not going to attack you. Instead, I'm going to use this announcer's mic to tell you how I feel. I'm going to take that belt off you. I'm going to even that ring in 5 months and I'm going to be the Intercontinental Champion. Who moved WrestleMania as a prick and I'm not expecting it. And it's time for the fight, and I'm not accepting it. And it's time for the fight. It's going to happen, and I'm going to be the best champion in WWF history." That promo was really fucked up. What the hell was going in my head? Basically saying, he's not happy that WrestleMania's been moved, because I moved it, and he wants a championship. In a superb match, Road Warriors defeat the British Bulldogs in 8:17 when Road Warriors defeated Dynamite Kid by a pinfall of the Doomsday Device. They make defense number 5 of their World Tag Team titles. Dynamite Kid 73, David Boy 70, Hawk 85, Road Warrior Animal 74. No working ropes. Once again, call it in the ring. After the match, the Road Warriors celebrated a victory in the Hart Foundation in the second. The storyline has begun. Then we go to the back, and Velvet McIntyre's in the back, and I know that's not something we did with Harry Twinkle. And she goes, inside MSG, I lost my women's championship. Okay, I lost, but she's bigger and stronger, and she was a better woman last night. I get my rematch at WrestleMania. I'll be training and fighting to prove myself. Up until that point, this is one small blip on a radar, and I'll be getting my title back. I knew it wouldn't do that well, but it's a great way to get the women over and give them a story. In a decent match, Team Awesome defeat Young Stallions in 7:54, and Mike Rotundo defeat Jim Powers by pinfall the Flying Lariat. This was to be scripted, which is not too bad. Mike Rotundo 59, Barry Windham 69, Jim Powers 39, Paul Ramone 36, Jim Powers improved in Technol at 61C. Paul Orndorff's in the back and he goes, so Mr. Drang, you attacked me. Well, I still won the match, and I'm going to win my match when I face you. You might be the 8th wonder in the world, but Hogan can beat you, then I can do it. Then I can do it too. It's been done, and it'll be done again at WrestleMania 2. 75B- from Paul Orndorff. In a battle of subpar racing, a little heat, Linda Dallas and Americana defeat Judy Martin and Medusa in 7:50 when Linda Dallas defeat Judy Martin by pinfall. Americana 35, Linda Dallas 36, Medusa 47, Judy Martin 46. Linda Dallas improved in Technol. This was a scripted match because I knew these two wouldn't call it in the ring. In a decent match, Sting defeated Mr. Perfect in 7:51 by pinfall. Mr. Perfect 77, Sting 52. Improved in Rumble, Mr. Perfect. This was scripted, not bad. Instead of doing the interview, he just starts smashing stuff, the setup, and we see Mean Gene looking confused, and then Randy Savage just runs off. And then because of that, Billy Graham was meant to have an interview, but they're like, well, we can't do the interview with Billy Graham because the stage is wrecked, but at WrestleMania it'll be Billy Graham taking on Roddy Piper. Just type that storyline. Also, it makes sense. The next exception match, Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, Harley Race, and Andre the Giant defeat Billy Graham, Jake Roberts, Paul Orndorff, and Ricky Steamboat in 7:89 when Roddy Piper defeated Ricky Steamboat by pinfall. Andre the Giant 97, Harley Race 81, Ric Flair 100, Roddy Piper 90, Steamboat 91, Paul Orndorff 75, Jake Roberts 85, Billy Graham 66, Ric Flair and Flying, Harley Race in performance, and Ricky Steamboat in performance. 76B-. In a superb match, Terry Funk, Bob Orton Jr. and Adrian Adonis defeated Bruce Beefcake, Junkyard Dog and Teddy Rossi in 7:50 when Terry Funk defeated Junkyard Dog by pinfall the pile driver. Adrian Adonis 68, Bob Orton Jr. 78, Terry Funk 76, Teddy Rossi 88, 86, Junkyard Dog 75 and Bruce Beefcake 62. Bruce Beefcake in Rumble, Junkyard Dog in Rumble and Technol. Not bad at all. Yeah, this was also to be called in the ring, which is nice to see. And our main event of the evening, Randy Savage vs Hulk Hogan. 81B. In an exceptional match, Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage in 24 minutes 58 by pin with a leg drop. Hulk Hogan makes event number 8 of his WWF World Heavyweight title. Randy Savage 87, Hulk Hogan 100, no work appearance. So it was a spectacular to be called on the ring. The workers, and basically, Hulk Hogan saves was featuring Ric Flair runs in and attacks him, beating Hogan down to the mat. That's where we end tonight's show. Guess there's an 80B+. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you live for another edition of WWF 1995, and it'll be the final show. It'll be the end of the season finale. We'll see you again real soon. Welcome back to the final part of this episode of WWF 1985. So you guys know, because I know some of you will probably be asking me, when are SummerSlam, Survivor Series and Royal Rumble turning up? Survivor Series will be turning up at 1987, so 2 years' time. SummerSlam turned up in 1998, and so did Royal Rumble. So both of them will turn up at that time. But in about that great wrestling and good heat, the Harm Foundation drew the Road Warriors at 13:30 following double disqualification. Johnny Dean at 70, Bret Hart 76, Road Warrior Hawk 81, Road Warrior Animal 71. Jim Plume fine. Okay, that's fine. In a terrible match, Matilda Hunt defeated Brittany Brown in 14:59 by pin with a big splash following botch events by Velvet McIntyre. Matilda wins Hunt dates Steph Hansen number 1 of her women's title. Brittany Brown 30, Matilda Hunt 45, no Prince 42D. In the battle of decent wrestling with Evan Cheek, Team Olsen defeated the Rockers when 10:01 when Barry Windham defeated Shawn Michaels by pin with the suplex. Mike Rotundo 52, Barry Windham 58, Mighty Jannetty 53, Shawn Michaels 55. Mighty Jannetty improved in performance. In a battle of decent wrestling with Evan Cheek, Mankind defeated Matt Bourne in 15:01 by pin with the pile driver. Mankind 54, Matt Bourne 51, no working race for 58C-. In about decent, good wrestling and decent match crowd, Greg Valentine and the Monsters defeat Tito Santana and the British Bulldogs In 14:59, when Greg Valentine defeated Davey Boy Smith by pinfall. Greg Valentine 58, Vader 58, 68, sorry. Vader 58, Undertaker 52, Diamond Kid 77, Davey Boy 74, and Tito Santana 80. Davey Boy in Technical, Vader in Technical, and Diamond Kid in Performance. Any complaints from anybody? Nope. In above our decent wrestling, above much heat, Sting defeated Mr. Perfect in 15:18 by pinfall. Sting 53, Mr. Perfect 17, Mr. Perfect in Performance, and Sting in Performance. Awesome. In a pool match, Judy Martin, Linda Dallas, Luna Vonk, Susan Starr, and Val McIntyre defeated Susie Spirit, Monster Ripper, Medusa, and Lily Kai and Americana in 15:12 when Susan Starr defeated Monster Ripper by pinfall. Susie Spirit was the weak Strughouse in ring performance. Americana 34, Lily Kai 55, Medusa 45, Monster Ripper 49, Susie Spirit 24, Velvet 57, Susan 41, Luna 46, Linda 39, and Judy Martin 51. No work race 51D+. Not a bad match. In the Battle of Power Wrestling and Little Heat, Ollie Anderson defeated Chris Benoit in 40-41 by pivot of the diving knee. Chris Benoit improved in performance, so 57-34. Okay, Chris Benoit's not very good in call it in the ring. In a decent match, Sergeant Slaughter defeated Owen Hart and Steven Regal in 15:28, and Sergeant Slaughter defeated Owen Hart by pivot of the Gutbuster. Sergeant Slaughter carried the match in terms of Steven's wins to Strughouse opponent. Owen Hart 56, Sergeant Slaughter 70, Regal 45. Slaughter in Rumble. In a battle of fantastic and great wrestling, Jake Roberts defeated Terry Funk in 14:46 by submission. Terry Funk 65, Jake Roberts 83, Jake Roberts in Rumble and Performance. Nice. In about a great heat and decent wrestling, Adrian Adonis defeated Brutus Beefcake in 14:56 by pinfall the Adorable Dog. Adrian Adonis 64, Beefcake 62, Brutus Beefcake in Technical and Performance of 68C+. In a decent match, the Killer Bees defeated the Young Stallions in 7:50 when Brian Blair defeated Jim Powers by pinfall. Jim Bazil 64, Brian Blair 55, Jim Powers 46, Paul Ramone 40. No work improvements. A 60C, not bad at all. In a good match, Arn Anderson and Trudy Bancher defeated Bob Orton Jr. and Junkyard Dog in 15:30 when Adrian Adonis defeated Junkyard Dog by pinfall. Junkyard Dog 76, Bob Orton Jr. 77, Trudy Bancher 65, Arn Anderson 64. No work improvements. Did I mention we've got 38,000 people tonight in this venue? Dreading what the main event did, though. In a battle of decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat, the Rock and Roll Express defeated the Fantastics in 8:01, when Ricky Morton defeated Tommy Rogers by pin with a double drop kick. Tommy Rogers 51, Bobby Filton 48, Robert Gibson 55, Ricky Morton 53. Tommy Rogers in performance of 57C-. In a battle of superb wrestling and great heat, Ted DiBiase Jr. defeated Harley Race in 14:46 by pinfall. Ted DiBiase 78, Harley Race 76. No work improvements in 81B. Pushing him to get him into the main event. One of our semi-main events. In an exceptional match, Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper defeat Billy Graham and Agent Andre the Giant in 25:11 when Paul Orndorff defeat Billy Graham by pinfall with a pile driver. Billy Graham was the weak and Strughouse in performance. The match because there's not enough selling. Andre the Giant 96, Billy Graham 67, Roddy Piper 95, Paul Orndorff 79. No work improvements, an 82B. Your main event tonight is Steamboat and Hogan taking on Macho Man, Randy Savage, and the Ric Flair. In a battle of sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Ricky Steamboat and Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage and Ric Flair in 35 minutes and 1 second, where Ricky Steamboat defeated Ric Flair by pin with a flying karate chop. Randy Savage is getting better, Ric Flair's getting his gimmick, Randy Savage going on soon. The matches are better announcing. Hulk Hogan 100, Ricky Steamboat 91, Ric Flair 100, and Randy Savage 100, but why did we get a higher rating than Randy Savage from Rumble? So billed to be epic. I haven't got a clue. Anyway, 77B, that should not have been a 77B. 79B altogether. Yeah, I don't agree with that, to be honest. That's a bit weird. That should have been in the A-star match. I will just going to script him from now in ring then, I think. See if that helps. But praised, make speech, Hulk Hogan, and everyone else was very happy. We'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm going to try and work this one out. Thanks for watching.